2026. Let's begin with Tom Cruise. In Top Gun, Cruise played Lieutenant Pete Maverick Mitchell, a talented but reckless fighter pilot who was determined to prove himself. The role changed his career forever. Before Top Gun, Cruise was already becoming a major star, but after the movie became a worldwide phenomenon, he became one of Hollywood's biggest names. He followed Top Gun with movies such as Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July, A Few Good Men, and Jerry Maguire. Then came the Mission Impossible franchise. Decades later, Cruise is still performing some of the most dangerous stunts in Hollywood. And in 2022, he returned as Maverick in Top Gun, Maverick. The movie became a massive worldwide success. Born in 1962, Tom Cruise is 64 years old in 2026. And remarkably, the man who first played Maverick 40 years ago is still flying. Next, Val Kilmer. He played Tom Iceman Kazansky, Maverick's biggest rival at Top Gun. Iceman was confident, competitive, and determined to become the best pilot in the class. But eventually, he and Maverick earned each other's respect. Following Top Gun, Kilmer became one of Hollywood's most recognizable leading men. He starred in The Doors, Tombstone, Heat, and Batman Forever. But later in life, Kilmer faced a devastating battle with throat cancer. The illness seriously affected his ability to speak. Despite those challenges, he continued working and even returned as Iceman in Top Gun, Maverick. Sadly, Val Kilmer passed away on April 1, 2025, at the age of 65. His death marked the loss of one of the most distinctive actors of his generation. But his performances, especially Iceman, will never be forgotten. Now, Kelly McGillis. She played Charlotte, Charlie Blackwood, Maverick's instructor, and his love interest. Her chemistry with Cruise became one of the most memorable parts of the movie. After Top Gun, McGillis continued acting in movies and television. She appeared in films such as The Accused and Made in Heaven. But eventually, she began stepping away from mainstream Hollywood. Unlike many of her former co-stars, she chose a much quieter life. She did not return for Top Gun, Maverick. Instead, she focused more on her personal life and other interests. Born in 1957, Kelly McGillis is 69 years old in 2026. Now, this one is difficult. Anthony Edwards. He played Nick Goose Bradshaw, Maverick's best friend and radar intercept officer. Goose brought humor, friendship, and heart to the story. His tragic death remains one of the most emotional moments in the movie. After Top Gun, Edwards went on to have another enormous career. He became famous around the world for playing Dr. Mark Green on ER. He also appeared in numerous films and television productions. Today, Anthony Edwards continues working in entertainment. Born in 1962, he is 64 years old in 2026. And for millions of fans, he'll always be Goose. Next, Meg Ryan. She played Carol Bradshaw, Goose's wife. Although her role wasn't huge, it was an important emotional part of the story, and Meg Ryan's career exploded in the years that followed. She became one of the biggest romantic comedy stars of the 1990s. Movies like When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, and You've Got Mail made her a household name. Over time, Ryan became more selective with acting. She also moved into directing and producing. Born in 1961, Meg Ryan is 64 years old in 2026. And her 1986 appearance in Top Gun remains an interesting early chapter in the career of one of Hollywood's most famous romantic comedy stars. Next, Tom Skerritt. He played Commander Mike Viper Metcalf, the experienced instructor who understood exactly what Maverick and the other pilots were capable of. Skerritt was already an established actor when Top Gun was released. After the movie, he continued appearing in television and film. But perhaps his biggest later television role came as Dr. Derek Shepherd's father in Grey's Anatomy. He also appeared in numerous other productions throughout his long career. Born in 1933, Tom Skerritt is 92 years old in 2026. His career has now stretched across more than 6 decades. Now, Michael Ironside. He played Lieutenant Commander Rick Jester Heatherly, one of the instructors at Top Gun. Ironside became known for playing tough, intimidating, and authoritative characters. After Top Gun, his career continued for decades. He appeared in movies and television series including Total Recall, Starship Troopers, and numerous other productions. He also became a hugely recognizable voice actor. Born in 1950, Michael Ironside is 76 years old in 2026. And yes, he's still working. Here's another major star, Tim Robbins. He played Lieutenant Sam Merlin Wells, a member of Maverick's team. At the time, his role was relatively small, but his career afterward became enormous. Robbins went on to star in The Shawshank Redemption, one of the most celebrated films in modern cinema. He also appeared in Mystic River, for which he won an Academy Award. He became an actor, director, writer, and producer. Born in 1958, Tim Robbins is 68 years old in 2026. Next, John Stockwell. He played Bill Cougar Cortell, the pilot who struggles during the opening sequence. Although his role in Top Gun was relatively brief, Stockwell went on to build a very different career. He eventually became a successful director. He directed movies including Blue Crush, Into the Blue, and Turistas. So while many people remember him as a fighter pilot, he eventually spent much of his career behind the camera. Born in 1961, John Stockwell is 65 years old in 2026. Now, Rick Rossovich. He played Ron Slider Kerner, Iceman's co-pilot. Slider had a tough personality, and became another memorable member of the Top Gun class. Rossovich continued acting after the film. He appeared in productions including Roxanne, The Terminator, and television series such as Eventually, he stepped away from acting and chose a much quieter lifestyle. Born in 1957, Rick Rossovich is 69 years old in 2026. And finally, Clarence Gilliard Jr. He played Marcus Sundown Williams. After Top Gun, Gilliard became widely recognized for television roles. He starred in Matlock, and later Walker, Texas Ranger. But his career eventually expanded beyond acting. He became a university professor, and worked with students who wanted to pursue careers in film and theater. Sadly, Clarence Gilliard Jr. passed away on November 28, 2022, at the age of 66. His death was a tremendous loss, but his influence continued through the students he taught, and the performances he left behind. 40 years later, Top Gun remains one of Hollywood's most recognizable movies. The sunglasses, the leather jackets, the motorcycles, the fighter jets, the music, and those unforgettable characters, all became part of movie history. Some of the cast became bigger stars than anyone could have imagined. Others walked away from Hollywood. And sadly, we've lost talented performers like Val Kilmer and Clarence Gilliard Jr. But when the jets take off, and that iconic music begins, we're transported right back to 1986. Because some movies don't simply survive the years, they become part of our memories. And Top Gun is one of them.